Hey guys, welcome back. So I am so barefaced and pale. Today I wanted to bring you guys a first impression video on the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. But it's the first time that I've been able to get it in Toronto. So I purchased mine at Rexall. It was about $12, which is like fucking insane in comparison to something like the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation, which is also 30 mils. So just keep this in mind. So the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation has 30 mils and was about, hold on, let me just see. This guy also has 30 mils and it was about, I think, 50 bucks, $47, and this one is 12. Like, come on. So I have high hopes. From what I remember, I know that a couple of people that I watch on YouTube that have, I guess, more dry skin tend to like it a little bit more, but me personally, I can never say no to a $12 foundation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So they have 15 shades in their range. Another thing that I really appreciate about Milani is the fact that you can order straight off their website. If there's anything that I dislike the most about like Maybelline and L'Oreal and all of those other drugstore brands is that it only has like a website, but then you have to go elsewhere to buy it. You can't buy it online, which kind of sucks. And Milani to Canada is free shipping on orders of $25 or more. So good stuff. You can get a lot of makeup for $25 on their website, so I'll leave that link down below. I chose the shade number 3. I was swatching it. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the slightest bit too dark for me, but personally, like, I don't mind, just because I know that the shade that was a bit lighter was too pink and the shade that was darker was way too pink as well. So this one hopefully will work out. So I'm going to be doing a first impression on this foundation for you guys. So I'm just gonna prep my skin because I didn't do that. So I'm gonna put my Maracuja Sea Brighter Eye Treatment from Tarte. I love this stuff. Love it. I mentioned it in my my Best of Beauty video. If you guys haven't seen that, I will link it down below. But for some reason, first of all, it's way cheaper than the Bobbi Brown one, and the Bobbi Brown one will remain true to my heart forever, but there's only so many times that I can dish out like 70 bucks on an eye cream. And even though it's worth it, like, man. I'm gonna put on some of this. This is the cream that my dermatologist had prescribed to me for my hives. My skin is still pretty sensitive, so he said to use it until it's not. I only use like the slightest little bit of it, and I only put it on the bottom half of my face. Sometimes a lot of people like to do first impressions videos for foundations with like no primer, but I personally would never wear foundation with no primer or no moisturizer under it, so not my cup of tea. And for my moisturizer, I'm gonna use my Tarte Drink of H2O moisturizing gel, hydrating boost. Sure. So I'm just gonna pump maybe 2 pumps. The consistency is like super thick. Like, it's not runny whatsoever, which is why I'm kind of like hesitant right now, but it's like super like, I guess, creamy to the touch. So you do need to make sure that you, I guess, set it with a powder, but I guess we will check. Not horrible. I'm gonna see how it works out, just blending out one side of my face at a time, and I'm gonna use my otherwise very dirty beauty blender with What Else Is New. So like I had guessed, it is a bit darker than what my natural skin tone is right now, but I always end up kind of like evening it out with my foundation anyway. But as you guys can see, not bad. I'm gonna see how it covers up all of this redness over here. So far, I think that 2 pumps is probably more than enough. I could have probably even just used like a pump and a half, but we will see. Just dot it out, blend it out. I would presume though that you would need to kind of put your foundation on like this and kind of do like a section at a time, which I'm not really too big a fan of, but I guess it's not that big of a deal when you think about it. So that is just 1 layer of the foundation, and you can see that it covered up that redness on my skin pretty well. If you want like full-blown full coverage right away, then I'd still probably recommend this guy to you, but not just 1 layer of it. You'd probably need to use a bit more of it. Like I said, $12. Who can go wrong? I'm gonna see what the claims for this foundation are while we just let it chill for a bit. Combat under eyes redness and other skin imperfections with this full coverage water resistant foundation plus concealer in one. A no mess, no drip pump dispenses just the right amount of fluid needed to achieve a flawless look and works around the clock to keep skin looking naturally perfect. So yeah, I mean, it claims that it's gonna be waterproof. I never ever put myself in the situation where I could ever test that claim, because I think wearing foundation / makeup to the beach is silly, but I wouldn't particularly use this on my under eyes. I always tend to put some sort of brightening concealer under my eyes. So far, so good. I mean, I didn't put any sort of like pore minimizing anything, and it doesn't make any sort of claim that it's gonna make my pores look any smaller, so I'm just gonna go finish the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. Alright guys, so I have completely finished my makeup application at this point. I am impressed, but I don't know, like what are my words? Hold on, let's try that again. I decided to just set my under eyes and my other areas of my face that generally get oily or I tend to touch a little bit more, but I did not set the entirety of my face, which is generally something that I do on a regular basis, but I really wanted to see how this foundation could, you know, be waterproof and long lasting without any sort of other help from a powder or anything else like that. I do need to set my under eyes without a question, just because I creased that. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you guys enjoy watching first impressions videos, or if there's anything else that you want me to do differently or, you know, take out, put in, let me know down in the comments so that I can make those changes for next time. But generally, getting new makeup and sharing it with you guys is a thing that I like to do. So if you guys like this type of video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit the bell button in the corner just so that you get a notification every time that I upload, just in case YouTube decides to fuck everybody's life over. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. There will be a blog post on my blog about this video as well, so make sure you go check that out. I will put my final thoughts on my blog. So thank you guys so much.